Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Cherisse. So, I am fucking going through it, dude. It is almost the full moon. I think today's the 23rd, and I think maybe the full moon is tonight. Oh my god, I definitely believe in the effect of the moon on us, but I have been going through this, extreme learning, a massive amounts of lesson. I don't know if everybody is, I don't know if everybody is going through this right now. I'm also very manic right now. So I apologize if this is just fucking intense. But I've been learning a lot about myself. I recently took a test on my attachment style. I'll put a link in the description below if you're interested in checking that out and finding out what your attachment style is. So I actually found out that I have a fearful avoidant attachment style, and it's funny because one of my friends is going through a little bit of a heartbreak right now, and she was talking about attachment styles. She's like, was talking about if somebody has an avoidant attachment style, you should just run away. And I found out that I have an avoidant attachment style, and I'm just like, damn, I feel called the fuck out. But if you also have an avoidant attachment style, I just want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you. We all have been through stuff. We've all been through shit, man. I am definitely at a point where I am more sober. I was shooting for 6 months of sobriety. I didn't make it, guys, to be honest. I did drink last night. I actually had immense self-control. I had 3 beers and a shot of tequila, and that was it. I almost got another beer, and I was just like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want it, man. So I'm pretty fucking proud of myself for that. But I also did drink a little bit the other day. I had a pretty intense fucking mental breakdown. But I am still living a more sober lifestyle. I'm sticking to that. I am still I don't want to drink all the time. I don't even want to drink once a week, to be honest. I'm not gonna be pinning on 6 months anymore. Obviously, I didn't make it that far. I think I made it 18 days. But one thing that having more sobriety in my life and balance in my life in that way has honestly showed me that I am fucked up. I'm fucked up, dude. I have a lot of fucking issues. I think that I kind of got used to blaming a lot of my mental health stuff on substance abuse. And now that I am not abusing substances, and now that I am no longer an addict, it's all of this stuff. I also have been pretty much heavily drinking for 10 years now, and now I've been mostly sober for about 6 months. I cut down to drinking once a week, and I got a little bit crazy after the new year, but I have had a more sober lifestyle for 6 months now. And it has really just shown me that first of all, my mental health is not reliant on alcohol or drugs. It is definitely affected by these things when they are not in balance in my life. I have poison oak there in case you're wondering what that is. It's all been all over my fucking face. But I'm just realizing, I actually have, some major fucking mental health issues that even when I am sober, which I will admit, having a more sober lifestyle, all that stuff that has probably been repressed is starting to rise up. I am so self-aware. I was just talking to my best friend about this morning, where it is weird as fuck to be so extremely self-aware, but feel like I don't know what to do. I am looking into starting therapy where I'm at, so I think that that's a good start to have somebody to talk to. Honestly, just to have somebody to talk to, because I really fucking know myself really well, but I am still learning a lot about myself. Like, learning that my attachment style is avoidant. I learned because of a situation recently that I just kind of like walked away from it. I realized that I have a really difficult time expressing my feelings and not just shutting down when I feel emotionally intense. I think a lot of people relate to that, but I kind of realized that that's a really toxic trait. That's kind of a toxic thing to do when you're trying to build and grow in relationships. So that is something that I am now working on. That's something that I guess I wasn't really that aware of. I think I was aware that it was there, but I did not realize just how much of an influence that had on my life and my relationships. Like, I've had other people do that to me and it hurt, and it's like I didn't see how much I was also being like that in certain relationships in my life. So that is something that I am now very aware of and consciously working on. So that's kind of fucking cool. Man, but I have just been there, just lessons, dude. So many fucking lessons in my life right now about myself and my life and my view of the world and the issues that I have and how much the trauma that I've been through still affects me. If you've been through trauma as well and you have mental health issues, I do not believe in allowing labels and diagnoses to define you. But if you do struggle with mental health issues, I just want you to know that I do struggle with bipolar. A lot of the times I have a good balance of it in my life, but sometimes the dips and the highs, like right now I'm very manic, but I also feel like very depressed. It's honest, it's a fucking weird state to be in, dude. I'm like fucking wired. I'm definitely fucking manic. But then I just get these extreme waves of like sadness and depression, and I'm just like, oh my god, nothing makes me feel happy anymore. I'm just like, god damn, girl. But this is like a part of the process. It's weird when you have mental health issues and you're aware of your problems and you're doing all that you can to fucking have a healthy lifestyle and have balance in your life and work on your shit. I just want to say, I know, oh my god, my phone is ringing. I know how difficult and discouraging it can be sometimes. I struggle with a lot of self-worth and self-esteem issues directly related to my mental health. I was very abused in a relationship for being highly emotional and sensitive, and it is something that I am trying to love about myself, but I still struggle with that because I've dealt with so much rejection around that part of me, around my fucking mental health issues, that sometimes it is like this little voice that's like, nobody's ever gonna love you. Nobody's ever gonna love you like that, dude. Like, nobody's ever gonna choose you. Nobody's ever gonna want you for all these fucking issues that you have, even when you're sober, even when you have more of a balance in your life, even when you're taking care of yourself and doing all this shit and just doing all the right stuff. It's still there. It's like I still have these fucking issues and it sucks, but at the same time I'm like, I am loved. If this is something that you struggle with too, like self-worth around your mental health, I just want you to know that you are way more loved than you think that you are. I know what it feels like sometimes I think that my friends hate me. And I think that there is a part of that is accurate. I don't think that they hate me, but I think that I'm very energetically sensitive and I can feel when people have disdain for me for certain things. I'm definitely at a point in my life where I have a massive amount of trust issues that are being triggered with the relationships in my life. I've been dealing with jealousy a lot of fucking just beating myself down for being the way that I am, fucking realizing that I have all these issues and it feels like no matter what I do, they don't go away, and it's so fucking discouraging sometimes. But I also have to look back on the past and be like, dude, I'm way better than I used to be. I'm so much better than I used to be. It's ridiculous. My friend was sending me pictures from like 6-7 years ago, and I had dreads at the time. I was like, damn, fucking sexy dready girl, like I miss those dreads. But I'm looking at these pictures and I'm just looking at this girl, this older version of myself, and I'm like, I was so bad. I was a severe alcoholic, like severe, like a blackout drunk almost every single night. I was suicidal as fuck. I was cutting myself. I was in such a bad fucking mental state. I was fucking around with methadone. I was looking for heroin, dude. Like, I'm just looking at this old version of myself. I was like, dude, I am so glad that's not who I am. And I still struggle with a lot of these things still. And I still struggle with a lot of desires to self-destruct at times. And like, sometimes I'm like, I just want drugs. And I'm like, call my friends up, didn't buy drugs today. Yeah, like, if you need to know that, like, you're a badass for not buying drugs, like, I just want you to know that you're a fucking badass for not buying drugs today. If you wanted to and you didn't, like, fuck yeah. You're fucking killing it. You're fucking killing it. Like, seriously. That's just full honesty, guy. Full honesty, guys. I definitely still struggle with the desire to, like, totally self-destruct sometimes and just kind of fuck up my life in that way. And I'm just like, it's not worth it, girl. It's not fucking worth it. That's actually kind of why I chose alcohol. Last night, I honestly, I wanted to skate around town, and I was like, you know what, I just want to drink a little bit, and I want to skate around town, so I skated a couple miles to the bar from my car, and then back to my car, and then to another bar a couple miles away, and back to my car, and it was great, and I had a lot of self-control over how much I drank, and I had a good time, and to be honest, it was actually a good experience, even though I have been trying to be more sober. It was a good experience for me because sometimes when I drink, a lot of stuff comes up. It's not as much of a suppressant for me. Like, I think that alcohol does suppress things to a certain level, but at the same time, like, it really does bring up shit sometimes. And it definitely made me face how I was feeling about some stuff in my life that I was not being real. I was not being real with myself about how I was feeling about some shit. I was definitely lying to myself, like, everything's fine. I'm like, girl, you're not. You're struggling, dude. You're fucking hurting, dude. Like, you fucking are really struggling to love your life right now. Life has just, like, beat you with a fucking baseball bat since you were a little girl, just like over and over and over again, and sometimes it feels like it never fucking ends. Dude, like, it sucks. It sucks. And I had to be real with myself about the fact that it sucked. So I was. That was a positive thing that came from drinking last night, as well as skating around. It was kind of wild, to be honest. After I had like a couple beers, I actually was like skating better than I was before. I hadn't skated in like, honestly, probably like over 6 months. Yeah, honestly, it might have been like a year since I've skated, but fucking A, dude. I'm feeling so much right now, guys. I just wanted to come on here and share a little bit about what I'm going through right now in my mental health, because, yeah, maybe somebody can hear this and just relate to it. I encourage you, dude, if you're fucking going through some shit and you're hating on yourself for your issues, I want you to know that you are so much more loved and accepted than you fully realize. Even through the judgment, because I know people in our life judge us. I know that even people people who love us deeply judge us sometimes. And it can be a really shitty feeling to feel misunderstood by the people that you love the most. But there are people out there who do love you unconditionally. There are. It seems not real. A lot of people don't believe in unconditional love, but it's real. I definitely give unconditional love to some people. I won't say that I'm unconditionally loving to everybody. No, I don't. I won't say that for sure. But there are people in my life that I definitely have picked out, and I'm like, I love you. I don't give a fuck how fucked up you are. I don't give a fuck about your mistakes, because we all make mistakes. I've done some fucked up shit, dude. Some fucked up shit. Addiction is not the fucking path for me, because when I am in addiction, I am fucking up my life, and I'm fucking up other people's lives. I know some of you are really kind to me in the comments, and some of you seem to have this very positive view of me as a person, but I need you to know I'm a fuck up. Like, I don't think that is my identity, and I am moving out of that part of my life, but I have fucked up really fucking bad in my life. I have hurt people so fucking bad. Healing is about self-forgiveness. It's not just about forgiving other people. It's about loving and forgiving and learning to accept yourself for who you are and being like, I fucked up, but that's the past. It's the past now, and it's over, and you gotta let that shit go. You gotta forgive yourself. You can't hold a grudge against yourself. You know what? Other people can hold a grudge against you forever if they want to. But you know who doesn't have to? You don't. You don't have to hold a grudge against yourself. You definitely don't have to hold a grudge against yourself for being fucked up because you've been through trauma and abuse. Fuck that shit, dude. You deserve so much love. You don't even understand how much love that you deserve because maybe you haven't received that. But there are probably people in your life that love you so fucking much, it's ridiculous. There probably are. I know that there are people in my life who love me so much, it's fucking ridiculous. I know that there are people that I love in my life so much that it's ridiculous. There are people that I love so much that sometimes it fucking hurts. It hurts sometimes how much I love people. There are people who feel that way about you too. So, that's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate all the encouragement in the comments. I really do appreciate prayers. I believe in the power of prayer and energy and sending love and good vibes. I need it a fucking lot right now. I need some solid people and some solid love in my life because I am dealing with some very deep wounds that are just resurfacing, and I honestly don't know how to deal with it all. I put on makeup today because I was manic and was like, I'm gonna look fine as fuck, and now I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna fucking cry, and I'm like, girl, you can't cry, you put on makeup. But then I'm like, I almost always let myself cry when I feel like I'm gonna cry, and I'm like, no, but you're wearing makeup. You can't cry, girl, you look fine as fuck. Don't ruin your makeup. So we'll see if I can make it through today without crying. The way that my heart feels, I don't think that I will, but I'm gonna go find somewhere beautiful to look out and probably just bawl my eyes out because I'm fucking got issues and just cry every fucking day, but that's okay too. I'm healing. It doesn't always feel like it. Sometimes it feels like I've made no progress, but I know that I have. And one of the ways that I know that I've made progress is that now I can look at the mistakes that I've made in life. I can stop making excuses for that. Like, yes, I was an addiction, but I have to take full responsibility for my actions, and I think that this is a part of releasing shame, and I will make a video about releasing shame later day, is one of the biggest steps of releasing shame is acknowledging and admitting and taking full responsibility for what you've done and the way that you have affected other people and yourself. If you did something towards anybody or you've made mistakes towards other people, you have to take full responsibility for that. So now I can look back on my past. I can take full responsibility for my mistakes. I can look at that and admit and see and acknowledge that I am the villain in a lot of people's story. I'm the villain in a lot of people's story. And rightfully so, to be honest. Rightfully so, I am the villain in a lot of people's story. But I am moving forward and I'm forgiving myself the best that I can. I'm trying to let love in the best that I can. I'm trying to learn to trust people again and myself. And I'm making changes. I take responsibility for the mistakes I've made, and then I make changes so I don't do it again. Sobriety is one of those things that keeps me from fucking up mine and other people's lives again. Having a more sober lifestyle. So that's what I'm sticking to, guys. Even though I drank, I'm still, to me, I'm still sober, you know. That's a weird, it's a weird concept, but it makes sense to me. But, yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for being here through my journey, all these crazy ups and downs. It's just, yeah. It's a wild one. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.